This is P. Subbarao, Professor with the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today I am going to tell the first lecture in machine learning. Okay? You see, if computers can can improve with experience automatically, it would be a great achievement, and we are there. Machine learning means computers learning from experience, and computers are gaining experience and they are improving. In this course, we are going to study various algorithms, and mainly we will be covering various algorithms. Okay? If we could understand how to program them to learn, to improve automatically with experience, the impact would be dramatic. Imagine computers learning from medical records which treatments are most effective for new diseases. Houses learning from experience to optimize energy costs based on the particular usage patterns of their occupants, or personal software assistants learning the evolving interests of their users in order to highlight especially relevant stories from the online morning newspaper. Imagine you are going to start preparation for your exams and you get a list of important questions based on analysis of the last 4 or 5 years papers. How good it will be. And that is what computers can do today. Only thing is, we have to tell them how to do. Okay? We have to use the appropriate model, train it, and it will do for you. Okay? A successful understanding of how to make computers learn would open up many new uses of computers and new levels of competence and customization. And a detailed understanding of information processing algorithms for machine learning might lead to a better understanding of human learning abilities as well. Okay? You see, recently in a YouTube channel, I saw a vacuum cleaner cleaning the house without much assistance. Only thing is, we have to remotely control it from our phone, smartphone, and it would do the work. Okay? Like that, there are many new areas, and these are going to increase exponentially as the days come, and you as young engineers will be doing them. Many practical computer programs have been developed to exhibit useful types of learning, and significant commercial applications have begun to appear. That's what I said just now. Commercial applications are there already, and we are improving at a very fast rate. The improvement is almost exponential, and new things are coming, and of course machine learning is a multidisciplinary subject, but I am going to tell from a computer science point of view. Okay? For problems such as speech recognition, algorithms based on machine learning outperform all other approaches that have been developed to date. You see, in speech recognition, machine learning algorithms are doing better than any other previous algorithms. In the field known as data mining, machine learning algorithms are being used routinely to discover valuable knowledge from large commercial databases containing equipment maintenance records, loan applications, financial transactions, medical records, and the like. As our understanding of computers continues to mature, it seems inevitable that machine learning will play an increasingly central role in computer science and computer technology. You see, today machine learning is playing a major role and cannot escape it. Whatever be the area you go, you have to touch on machine learning. So important it is. This I already covered. In the field known as data mining, machine learning algorithms are being used routinely to discover valuable knowledge from large commercial databases containing equipment maintenance records, loan applications, financial transactions, medical records, and the like. As our understanding of computers continues to mature, it seems inevitable that machine learning will play an increasingly central role in computer science and computer technology. That's what I said just now. For example, a computer program that learns to play checkers might improve its performance as measured by its ability to win at a class of tasks involving playing checkers games through experience obtained by playing games against itself. So, what is the task? What is the type of experience that it requires? And how will it be trained? If we can answer these questions, we can here there are three things: task T, performance measure P, training experience E. What is the task T in this case? Playing checkers. Performance measure P, percent of games won against opponents. Training experience E, playing practice games against itself. Okay? So these are the three parameters that we have to understand. What is the task T? What is the performance measure P? And what is the training experience E? If we take a handwriting recognition learning problem, task T is recognizing and classifying handwritten words within images. Performance measure P is percent of words correctly classified. Training experience E is a database of handwritten words with given classifications. A robot driving learning problem. See, cars that are autonomous. Task T, driving on public 4-lane highways using vision sensors. performance measure P, average distance travelled before an error as judged by human overseer. Training experience E, a sequence of images and steering commands recorded while observing a human driver. Training experience E, a sequence of images and steering commands recorded while observing a human driver. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes of human driver driving images, and based on that it trains itself. Okay? Our definition of learning is broad enough to include most tasks that we would conventionally call learning tasks, as we use the word in everyday language. It is also broad enough to encompass computer programs that improve from experience in quite straightforward ways. చాలు ఆపేసేనా?